Hey guys, it's Adopus here. Welcome to the video. This is the first month on the LasLandSMP, so the month of February. This is everything I did this month. So yeah, uh, be sure to sit down, relax, and I hope you enjoyed the video. The date is January 31st, and as much as I love Bulbasaur, I decided to pick Chimchar to go back to my roots of playing Pokemon Pearl for the first time, the first ever Pokemon game I ever owned. After selecting Chi the Chimchar, I decided to head over to Boris the Butcher's house to fight him to get some early game food. After beating Boris, I headed over to the spawn Pokestop to spin and get some nice Pokeballs and other materials I could sell. Hoping to find a good spot to build my base, I decided to RTP a few times to find the perfect location. Instead, I found a snow biome, so I trained Chi there for a few levels. Still looking for the perfect location to build my base, Chi ended up evolving in a forest, which I was really happy about. Here we go, mate. My RTPing adventures brought me into a savannah where I found a pack of giraffe eggs, and I really like giraffe eggs, so I caught one. Awesome! Giraffe egg is being caught. After a few more times RTPing, I found a really good spot that originally I didn't like, but after looking around the area for a little bit, I decided that it would be good enough to build my base at. I can work with this. You know what, on second thoughts, looking at the map, this can work. This could work. I'm going to explore this way a little bit. It's nice and flat. It's got the dark green grass, which I wanted. I can fill in these water patches, so it can work. It can work. After I was happy with my area, I hit the caves and started a mine that went all the way down to bedrock. Here's a little montage of all the ores that I got. After a while I hit bedrock, so I can finally start the strip mine. Finally hit bedrock. However, I wanted an easier way down, so I crafted some cobblestone stairs, and then I placed them either side of the pathway going to bedrock. Then I placed water in the middle of the stairs so I can get a quicker way down to bedrock. So here's the location of my starter base. It's going to be here or up here. I don't know how big it's going to be, but I want it to be pretty big as it's going to link directly up to my main mega base. Like you heard in that clip, I wanted my starter base to be on the outskirts of the forest to link up to my main mega base, so I got to work. And by got to work, I mean I immediately got distracted and fought a den. After the den, I hit the mines looking for diamonds and other ores that I can use to make some better tools. I decided that the base will be placed on Y level 73, so I went around and placed some markers. I also wanted the floor in the base to be birch planks, so I mined a tree for some saplings and then started farming them. After getting a good amount of wood, I needed coal for smooth stone, so I hit the mines again. While I was in a cave looking for coal, I came across a dynamo and I decided to catch it as I've never used one of those before. After that mining session, I had a good amount of coal to fill my furnaces. I also found another lechonk, which I really want for the upcoming tournament. While the furnaces were smelting away, I decided to farm up some apricorns. Not for the actual apricorns themselves, but for the logs, as I want to make some custom trees with them in future. I also evolved Chi the Monferno into an Infernape, which was pretty cool. Once all the stone was cooked, I started to lay out the foundation of the base. I wasn't a fan of the pure stone, so I decided to add a stripped oak log lying in the middle of it. Eventually, this will be changed again. After I finished the foundation, I went back to spawn to grab my Oddish out of the box so I can evolve him. While still in spawn, a Zamazenta spawned, so I went to the Pokemart, bought some Pokeballs, and ended up catching it. Oh! I got the Zamazenta! Also, while I was still in spawn, one of my male Lechonk evolved. Once I got back to my base, I found an Espeon just chilling, so I caught it. And we got it. Ooh. To make way for the terraforming I was about to do, I took down my apricorn farm. While I procrastinated, I leveled up Glemeow to evolve. And after I got my Perugly, I stopped procrastinating and finally started to do a bit of terraforming. After the terraforming, I felt a bit cuckoo and decided to flood a lava pool and mine 30 bits of obsidian. After that, I went to the nether and got a pretty dog crap spawn. You are joking, right? After I was back from the nether, I did some more terraforming. I did my best Mog Swamp impression, placing down all the dirt that I had mined, and yet I still didn't have enough to finish my little starter walkway area. After spending all my Pokédollars during the day to catch Zamazenta, I decided to catch a Meowth with the move Payday to get some money back. Then I got an invite from Mogsy to do a 5-star Ultra Beast raid in the Ultra Beast realm. It went well. No! After that raid attempt, I flattened my area even more by crafting up some ruby shovels, 5 to be exact. Here's a cheeky time lapse of me removing the hill and placing more dirt. After that, I saw a Mega Bannet boss, and I actually ended up killing it and getting the stone. After that battle, I started work on the base. I first started on the entrance, and then moved on to the walls. After looking at the base, I wasn't in love with the smooth stone, so I changed it to sandstone and brought the foundation out 2 more blocks. I wanted to finish up the area around my base in the next couple of days, so I placed a dirt outline on the ground to mark out where the next elevation will be. I then removed the trees inside the area between my base and the new dirt path that I just placed. Then turning my attention back to the base for a little bit, I didn't like the dirt in the ceiling to be shown, so I covered it with trapdoors. And then I added another layer to the base. Now it's time to mine dirt. But before that, I caught myself a chikorita. Yes! Anyway, here's me removing all the dirt on one side of the base. Turning my attention back to the base, I wanted some sort of railing to separate the dirt from the foundation, so I went with sandstone walls on the corners and oak fences on the lots. After taking a look at it, I wasn't impressed with the fences, so I took them all down and changed them to glass panes instead. After that, I added the final layer to the starter pyramid. I then did some EV training and got Speedy to evolve. Still EV training, my Vibrava evolved and now I have a Flygon. And after that short EV training, I decided to move all of my stuff into my starter base. In the base I wanted a second floor, so I made a staircase, then chopped some wood, then made the floor. After I wanted my portal in my base, so I put it in my basement. After moving the portal, I went to spawn to fight Boris and Meowth evolved. Once I got back home, I caught a Shroomish. Hey, I got it! So I want to get an enchanting table. I want to put it in this corner here. So I need sugarcane. Like you just heard, I needed sugarcane, so I went on an adventure to go find some. During my adventure, I came across a Meowstic den. I fought it and caught it. This is all the spoils from that adventure. Now it's time to cut down some trees. But before I had a chance to cut down all the trees, I saw a Mega Ampharos boss, and I ended up getting the stone for it. Hell yeah. Anyway, here's me cutting down all the trees that aren't dark oak in this small area left to the base. After the tree cutting, I wanted a sugarcane farm that looked semi-decent, so I decided to plant it outside my starter pyramid. And then after that, I removed the eyesore that was the stone hill. I decided today that I want a selection of Pokemon I could trade up for the next tournament, so I went on a catching spree. See if you can keep up. I caught a Rattata, Centric, Zigzagoon, Lillipup, Poochiana, Minum, Mightyana, Grubbin, Wooloo, Smoliv, Ponyta, Tauros, Pidove, Hoppip, Mudbray, Boldor, Stunky, Patrat, Deerling, Skitty, Murkrow, Knackley, Ekans, Fanfi, Staravia, Miltank, Teddiursa, Spinnerack, Illumise, Pidgey, Cottony, Flabebe, Voltorb, Tandemaus, Morgrem, Rockruff, Electrike, Perdia, and Mareep. In all, I caught 40 Pokemon today. Pretty good. I spent majority of the day EV training my Oinkologne team up. These are the movesets and stats for my Oinkologne army. While I was EV training them all, I was feeling really burnt out, and as a result, a lot of deaths happened, and I had to keep running back and forth from spawn to my base to heal up my Oinkolognes. Anyway, because of all this EV training right at the end of the month, I was feeling burnt out and I didn't really want to play anymore for the rest of the month. So this ended up being the last day I played in February. On the last day, I ended up clocking a total of 9 hours played, which was actually pretty insane. And that was pretty much it for the month of February. I got a lot done, started my starter base. Eventually, next month, March, I'm going to try to start working on my mega base. It's going to be pretty big. I have a few ideas. But yeah, this is all Pokemon I have in my box at the moment. So we have, of course, the Oinkolones, which I'm using for the tournament. We got all these guys, and that's it so far. Only legendary we've caught is Zamazenta. Yeah, we got some few mons. If I head back home, I can show you some of the items I have. So these are all the held items I got. Mega Stones, other Pokeball bits and bobs, all the berries, wooden stuff. I don't think there's anything in there. Gold, valuables, steak. Got all the food and stuff like that in here. Yeah, so my next big goal for March is, for March, my goal is to get rid of all of this forest. I want all this forest gone. I want to have an enchanting setup here. I want to decorate this bedroom up here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Have a good one.